Alabama getting set to take on Wisconsin. And for those of you guys that are hanging out with us on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. We're at the Old River Grill, Orange Beach, to talk Alabama and Wisconsin. This is a radio show. We're talking like it's tomorrow, which would be really early tomorrow because Alabama plays Wisconsin early. So let's get this thing started. Roll Tide, everybody.
The original Bama Football Tailgate Show is on the air. Alabama football is rolling, and we've got you covered with a breakdown of the game matchup, an SEC preview, and all the fun of an afternoon on the quad. With national championship winning quarterback Jake Coker, WJLX radio voice Brett Elmore, and CoverCrimson.com host Mick Gillispie. The Bama Football Tailgate Show is presented by Pearl River Resort Casino and Hotel in Choctaw, Mississippi. Let's play! Featuring the Sportsbook at the Timeout Lounge, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course, and celebrating 30 years of excellence. Also brought to you by Yuengling Lager. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. The only beer you need at a Bama tailgate party. The Flora-Bama world-famous beach bar and lounge in Orange Beach. Sevierville, your Smokies start here. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Let's toast. Hashtag to the Screwballs. R&R Cigars, home of the Alabama Victor cigar. Unique bar on the Strip. Home of the NFL, MLB, Premier League package. Catch all the games at Unique Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports. Not too small, not too big. Tuscaloosa is pronounced just right. Pond Royale, located at 1019 McFarland and Northport. NewLifeArt.com, publisher of fine art editions by Daniel A. Moore. Use the code Bama Tailgate for amazing deals at newlifeart.com. And Styx's Tractor and Tree Service in South Alabama. Affordable pricing and customer service guaranteed. Now the host of the original Bama Tailgate Show, here's Mick Gillispie.
All right, what do you say, everybody? Welcome to the show with Jake Coker. I'm Mick Gillispie. We get you ready for Alabama and Wisconsin, and we're doing it down on the line today. And we appreciate all of you guys for hanging out. We're presented by Pearl River Resort. For the next 2 hours, we're going to talk number 4 Alabama against Wisconsin, 11 o'clock, Camp Randall, Madison, Wisconsin. And on the show today, we got Thom Abraham, our buddy from 97.7 ESPN the Zone in Huntsville. We got Ryan Anderson coming in here real soon, Jake. We got Ryan Anderson, who was in the NFL with the Redskins and other teams and also played at Alabama with Jake. He was one of the great edge rushers on the Tide team. Clint Lamb from Cover Crimson's going to hang out with us. We got Lance Taylor from the next round and Lance's lock. Kevin Sport's going to do the grilling and drinking segment. Gatin and Grillin, he'll have that with us here later on. This is the Bama Football Tailgate Show. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort in Philadelphia, Mississippi, a short drive from Tuscaloosa and Birmingham. Vegas-style sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play $50 at the sportsbook and get a round of golf at Dancing Rabbit for just $40. Take advantage of that. It's the Augusta that you can play. Again, I'm Mick Gillispie with Jake Coker. Bama 2-0, Wisconsin 2-0. That's the matchup. But first, great to see you. And I've got my Hawaiian shirt on, hanging out here down on the line. And we've got the view of Old River, which I'm normally on my boat out there. I love that place.
Yeah, I love Tuscaloosa, but this might this cake for the best view we've had so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great view. Have you ever boated in here before?
Yeah. This is this might be my second home right here.
You've been here before.
Oh yeah, too many times.
Well, it's always great to be back, hanging out here. This is kind of our second home. I mean, when Alabama's on the road, we didn't feel like going to Wisconsin. Not that we have anything against cheese and brats, but we just decided to come down here and hang out on the line. So, I mean, I see the boats, I see the sand.
I think people in Wisconsin would rather be hanging out here as well.
They come down here. I've seen them down here. For those of you that are hanging out with us on our statewide radio network, thank you, man. Roll Tide to all of you guys, whether it's Classic Rock 106.9 across the state of Birmingham. We're in Jasper. We're on down here on in Mobile and Fox Sports Radio in Pensacola. WNSP. We do a show there. So it's cool. All around the state, people right now hanging out with us. And we appreciate all of you guys, whether you're watching on our Bama Tailgate YouTube channel or you're listening on the radio. Let's reflect, Jake, for a second. Bama's 42-16 win over South Florida. I mean, you had a week to kind of suck that in and decide what you think about that win.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early on in the season. It's hard to draw too much from these two games starting off. Obviously we have a lot of explosive players, some leaders on that team, I think, who are, pushing us forward and are going to help us progress as the year moves on. But, you and I have talked about this during the offseason. It's going to take, I think, 6 weeks before you really know what this team is all about. Mm-hmm. South Florida was a very well-coached team. I don't think that head coach will be around at South Florida very much longer. The looks on defense, I mean, it was a lot for our guys to pick up, having not played together as a starting unit a whole lot. And they confused us a little bit. Now we seem to get a little comfortable in that fourth quarter, and we really were able to, blow them off the ball and run the ball a little bit. You can't be stable as an offense unless you can run the ball and be physical up front. We look like we kind of put one foot in front of the other in the fourth quarter right there and got some stability. But these guys got to play together. They got to get familiar with each other. And I think that's the key to us putting together later on in the year.
As we sit here, I might have to get a cold Yingling because got this new koozie. Football koozie. It needs a Yingling right inside there.
Well, why don't you sign me up too?
Let's get a couple Yinglings over here. I agree with you. Everything you just said. I feel kind of the same way about that performance and what where South Florida is probably heading in the future. When we come back, I want to talk about Jalen Milroe and his progressions as far as reading defenses. He's taken a lot of criticism. I think it's safe to say that you and I both are strongly in Milroe's camp and what he is able to do in the future, what he's doing right now, and what he did in the past. I'm not sure where all of the
what he provides on the field as well as what he provides for the program as a whole. I mean, he's invaluable to the university and to our program. And need to come together and support our guy. And I mean, he's a great player. He's as dangerous as anybody in the country. He's got to be in the right positions, and he's more than capable of taking us where we can potentially go.
All right, guys. Again, the Bama Tailgate Show is brought to you by Pearl River Resort and Casino in Choctaw. Now's a great time to make your picks count at the Timeout Sports Lounge and Sportsbook. Also brought to you by Yingling Lager, America's oldest brewery. Cheryl Yingling from Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Everyone up there goes to Penn State, but not her. Of course, her dad, Dick Yingling, is the president of Yingling Lager, and they were probably all saying, hey, you need to be a Nittany Lion. Nope, she came to Alabama, and she puts a little bit of crimson love in each one of those green bottles.
She's a winner, and winners make the right decisions. She came to Tuscaloosa.
Oh, there we go. There's a Yingling right there. All right, when we come back out of the break, we're going to talk to you guys some more. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. And for the Bama Tailgate Show, Roll Tide.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Score big at Flora-Bama's Old River Grill with our great game menu. Grab your friends and watch the game on one of our 30-plus TVs. Our game day menu is full of flavor, from fried green beans to cowboy caviar and game day staples like the buffalo chicken sandwich, traditional jumbo chicken wings, Southwest egg rolls, and the chips and dip trio. Wash it all down with a bucket of beer or one of our many drink specials. Bring your friends and family for game day and join us at Flora-Bama Old River Grill. For more info, visit our website at florabamaoldrivergrill.com.
Unique on the Strip. It's the best place to watch sports.
You're not even kidding. 11 TVs, NFL and MLB package, NHL, EPL, and so much more. If you want a game, they have it.
Now they're doing weekly NFL Pick'em, winners every Sunday, and grand prizes on Super Bowl Sunday.
And we haven't even mentioned the drink specials.
Of course they have daily drink specials. You can see them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Unique T-Town every day.
Unique on the Strip, the best place to watch sports in Tuscaloosa.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Autumn brings vivid colors to the back roads and hollows of Sevierville, Tennessee. Wind your way to quaint country churches, a historic covered bridge, and even a pick-your-own apple orchard. This fall, the best views are yours on Sevierville's Rocky Flats Fall Driving Tour. Learn more and find additional fall drives to enjoy at visitsevierville.com/fall.
Gary Allen in concert.
Every storm runs that rain.
Gary Allen.
I'm just sitting
live
here watching airplanes.
Saturday, October 12th at Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. Tickets on sale now at pearlriverresort.com.
Yeah, that's right where I need to be.
Don't miss Gary Allen live.
Who doesn't love a good Bloody Mary come game day? We set out to make the best tasting, the savory, spicy, and southern. So as my song goes, call it an early weekend and sip on my signature blend. I don't have to be me till Monday Bloody Mary mix. So leave it all behind and head on over to Pearl River Resort, exclusively at their restaurants, bars, and award-winning Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. This weekend, just say, I'll have what Steve's having.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Football is back, and no one does it better than the Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. This season, you can watch the games with nothing on the line. Boring. Or you can make a play in the starting lineup. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you into the big plays with big bets and big wins, making every game more exciting than ever. It's time for the sports glory you deserve without breaking a sweat. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game. Must be 21.
Back on the Bama Tailgate Show and getting you ready for the Crimson Tide against the Wisconsin Badgers, brought to you by Screwball Original Peanut Butter Whiskey. And as we do the show down here at the Flora-Bama, down on the line, have you ever had one of those bushwhackers before, Jake? And you put the Screwball on top?
Yeah, I think I got the recipe figured out.
I had an unfortunate encounter with those the 2016 season. I think we've talked about it before. Mike Johnson was there. If you guys go and watch the All-American Report, which is the show with Mike and I on Crimson Cover, and become part of that, I told the whole story with him because he had to take over for me. He says the first time he ever hosted a show. I was like Barney Fife when Otis put moonshine in the cooler. Yeah, man went down that day. Hey, like and subscribe to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. And for those of you guys listening on radio across the state of Alabama, roll tide, man, on a game day, Alabama and Wisconsin. All right, Alabama's offensive line last week had a really rough game versus South Florida. How did they rebound against Wisconsin?
Well, I mean, it looked like when we came out last week, we didn't really understand, what kind of fronts we were looking at. We were having some trouble communicating protections, and that affects Jalen. That affects, timing on routes. That really, if you're going to throw the ball and you don't know who you're blocking, it causes an issue. So, I think it confused Jalen a little bit, and I think it got everybody out of rhythm. Hopefully this week, we're on the same page and we know what's coming. Again, I think this was South Florida's Super Bowl last week. They threw a lot at us that I doubt they showed on film too much prior to that. And, this week, this is going to be Wisconsin's Super Bowl. They're going to bring a lot of things they probably hadn't shown on film. It's all about preparation and these early season games when you don't have much film and all you really have to watch is big games from last year. There's a lot of unpredictability there with that. So, hopefully we're prepared. Hopefully we can run the ball, establish the run like we did in the fourth quarter of last week's game. And, it allows everybody to kind of get in sync early on.
Hey, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing at all on being South Florida Super Bowl. But, Kalen DeBoer comes to Alabama, and you're everyone's Super Bowl every week. And that's what's
right.
going to happen today. I mean, and anytime you play with that uniform
in
on,
Alabama, you're always going to have the target on your back. It's been that way, before Coach Saban was there. I mean, even in our bad days, beating Alabama meant something to everybody, especially in the SEC. So
let me tell you a story. I was in school. We didn't win much, and they still ran on the field against us when they beat us in Kentucky. I guess because they hadn't beat us in Kentucky from World War I on, right? So I get it, man. I mean, you wear that uniform and you got on the field, and I mean, it's beating Alabama, and I'm sure for DeBoer that's different. Now, let me ask you this: as a former player, if you're Wilkin Formby, right?
Yeah,
kind of been like a tough week. I mean, we can all say that it was a tough week for him. Last game was tough. How does he come back from that? How do you recover from? Did you ever have a bad game where everybody was like talking about you in the media?
I mean, I got benched.
You ever been there
game,
before? What did you do? How did you deal with that?
I think my approach to it was, I think I hyper focused on not making mistakes rather than going out there and playing loose and just seeing what happens. I think there's, a lot of strength in going out there, and I'm not going to say not care if things don't go right, but just playing kind of with reckless abandon and living with mistakes at full speed. I think now he's probably being threatened with being replaced at this point. And if he doesn't go out there and play better, not have those mistakes, not giving up sacks, then Pritchett's right there, waiting to take over. So he's going to have to be hyper-focused, and he's going to have to understand, what his assignments are and not screw them up and be physically capable of executing those assignments.
Great to hang out with all of you guys as you listen to the show, Alabama, Wisconsin, 11 o'clock kickoff. He's Jake Coker. I'm Mick Gillispie. This is the Bama Tailgate Show, the original Bama Tailgate Show. And we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We're expecting Caden Proctor back today. Remember, he was injured before the game started against the Western Kentucky, right? He comes back. Tyler Booker moved to left tackle last week. How do you think they do that? Did they put Proctor back at left tackle and move Booker to the right side again?
I don't know how that rotation is going to work. All those guys, everybody up front needs to understand, everybody's assignment. So you're all working on the same page, picking up pressures the way you need to pick them up. And you got to understand how you're passing each thing off when they bring twists and other looks. So all those guys should be real familiar. The only difference is the footwork at guard rather than tackle. So, I would imagine Booker's going to be the guy that kind of moves around because he's probably more capable of doing that than any other offensive lineman we have, given his experience and his knowledge. So I imagine he's going to be, kind of the all-in-one tool there.
Let's talk more about Jalen Milroe, and then I want to get into some of the weapons that he has around him. People have been critical of Milroe. You and I kind of know, like he's the right guy for the job right now. I mean, he's got I think he's got the ability to win another championship. Won the SEC championship at quarterback last year. But how do you learn how to handle the blitz? And I feel like that's kind of one of those things for him. where he's got guys rushing in from all different angles, and he was trying to make too many plays. Maybe just throw it away more, but how do you handle that?
We're revisiting a lot of the same subjects as last year, and I've always said the quarterback position, you're so reliant on all your teammates that, to me, the quarterback play is just a translation of how good the team is around you for the most part. Now you can't screw it up, obviously, and that's pretty easy to do at quarterback. But you're relying on everybody else, and at the same time, you have to direct everybody, make sure everybody's in the same spot or in the right spot. And so, there, like I said earlier, there was a lot of different pressures that game, a lot of different looks. You got a bunch of new faces on offense, and you got to coordinate all that. And I'm not saying he's not at fault for a lot of those bad plays, but he's got to figure out how to get on the same page with those guys. And when South Florida, like last week, forced us to throw it, you got to take advantage of them. You got to take advantage of those one-on-one matchups and complete balls downfield. Otherwise, it's going to be a long game, and you're going to be, facing a lot of pressure looks.
How good is Alabama's running back duo, Jam Miller and Justice Haynes? I think we're going to see a heavy dose of that 1-2 punch today.
Yeah, it's they're pretty much interchangeable. I feel like they both have a lot of the same strengths. I think you're really going to be able to grind down defenses, especially as the game moves on. And if we can just get that push early on, get that push and move people around, create holes, you establish that run game, it'll really take a lot of pressure off of Jalen, which is what, South Florida wanted to apply all the pressure to Jalen last week and confuse us, and they did a good job of it up until the fourth quarter when we started moving guys around.
It's going to be a fun matchup. I love that Alabama's playing Wisconsin, and I guess the last thing I want to talk about on offense, as you take a swig of that, Yingling, early bird, Ryan Williams. This dude, I feel like that. I feel like Ryan Williams is you look great in the rowback shirt, too. Hey, for everybody out there that's not watching right now, that's listening, I'm going to give you our elephant in the room code to get a rowback shirt like that. They don't even sponsor the show. I'm just going to throw it out there. Use the promo code room20 and you get 20% off. Looking sharp, man. Looking sharp. How good is Ryan Williams as sharp as that rowback shirt?
Not if I'm wearing it.
All right, well, that's well said, Ryan. We'll have to watch your podcast, man.
Yeah.
Actually, really, him and Jalen and Bachway's podcast. Got to give it 2 thumbs up. Wasn't sure what we were going to get from those two guys.
Yeah. As long as I'm in this row back, I'll pat Ryan on the back for second place.
All right, we're going to take a break. Show's brought to you by Yingling Lager, America's oldest brewery. And when we come back, we're going to bring on the third man on this team, Big Sexy Elmo, ready to join you guys and talk a little bit of Alabama. More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show is coming up.
Alabama PALS, People Against a Littered State, is a statewide organization that has many programs that can benefit your county, school, city, or community. The Alabama Adopt a Mile program, the Don't Drop It on Alabama Spring Cleanup, the Alabama Coastal Cleanup, and the Alabama Clean Campus program are all programs available to you and your groups. Join with Alabama PALS and let's all do our part in making Alabama truly Alabama the Beautiful. For more information, go to alpals.org. Sponsored by Alabama PALS, ALDOT, the ABA, and this station.
Is your business facing new challenges such as higher employee wages and lower workforce participation? Luckily, there's a local solution. As your Alabama Career Center system, we make running your business easier. We assist both small and large businesses throughout the state. To take advantage of all we offer, visit your local center or find us online at labor.alabama.gov. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association, an equal opportunity employer. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request to individuals with disabilities.
We know texting and driving is dangerous and tailgating causes crashes. We know that road rage doesn't get us down the road faster. So let's all help each other and focus on driving safely, especially around work zones. Speeding or any other dangerous driving moves through a work zone will cost you double the normal fine. Save your money and possibly save your life or the life of a road worker. Slow down, put away the phone, and enjoy the ride. For more information, visit drivesafealabama.org. Sponsored by ALDOT, Aaliyah, the ABA, and this station.
Work is a part of all of us. We know that the world around us has changed, and that's why the Alabama Department of Labor is here to get you back to working hard. Work is a part of all of us. Let us help you get back to it by visiting your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funding provided by the USDOL, ETA, and Federal WIOA, and Equal Opportunity Employer Program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Coach Nick Saban.
Helping children is very important to Miss Terry and me. As parents, it saddens us to know that there are more than 5,000 children in foster care in Alabama. These children need loving, nurturing families to care for them. We ask you to join the team and become champions for children by opening your heart, opening your home, and becoming a foster or adoptive parent.
For more information, call 1-866-4AL-KIDS. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You can now do more without it costing you more. Alabama's attractions have come together to offer the all-in-one ticket that downloads to your mobile device. No matter how many attractions listed on the ticket you see during the time span you bought, your price stays the same. Pick the right ticket option that best fits your schedule, and then enjoy more attractions without spending more. All-in-one tickets for different areas of Alabama are available at alabama.travel and other places where online tickets are sold. Brought to you by the Alabama Tourism Department, the ABA, and this station.
Do you know the facts about Mpox? The most visual symptom of Mpox is a rash. The rash can be preceded by fever, headache, muscle aches, backaches, swollen lymph nodes, chills, exhaustion, and a cough. Symptoms start within 3 weeks of exposure to the virus. If you are at higher risk, protect yourself by avoiding close skin-to-skin contact with people and get vaccinated. To learn more about Mpox and determine if you are at risk, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/Mpox. Sponsored by the Alabama Public Health Department, ABA, and this station.
Back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, and great to have all of you guys with us as we get ready for Alabama and Wisconsin. Jake Coker, and I'm Mick Gillispie. I see Ryan Anderson's just jumping on here in a second, and of course, we've got our buddy, the great Big Sexy Elmo, that's going to come on, but he won't come on without his introduction. So here we go.
They call him Big Sexy. Coming at you from the Walker County. Jasper is his hometown. He's known for giving free rundowns. Oh, Big Sexy, throwing out those Alabama thoughts, sneaking out your mom's window without getting caught. Nick gives you the XPs, but Big Elmo is here to please. Big Sexy Elmo on the Bama Tailgate Show.
All right, there we go. Big Sexy Elmo jumping on the show. We got a special guest, Ryan Anderson. Also here, Big Sexy. You get to meet Builds 22 Builds. We get it right?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up, Nick? How y'all doing?
Good.
How's everybody today? How are you, Coker? I can see a big smile on your face. I know you're sporting the shirt. You think, Mick already gave me the nickname Big Sexy, and I think there's some animosity between us. But it'll be okay. It's all right, pal. Ryan, how are you? Nice to meet you. Haven't seen you on the show yet.
I'm good. Nice to meet you too, man.
Don't be jealous of the theme song. Everything's all right. We're all friends. We're all amongst friends here.
All right, what celebrities we got from Wisconsin that we can hear about that I was too young to know about?
Watch
actually,
it.
I don't have that for you. Charles Lindbergh went there. You know him?
Yeah.
He Dick Cheney. You know him?
Oh man.
Dick Cheney went there? The vice president, Dick Cheney?
That's the only Dick Cheney I know.
Okay.
Yeah, he went there. No, they're known for cheese, beer, and bratwurst. What could be terrible about a place like that?
I think it's a great place. I mean, that's something awesome to be known for.
Jake, if you could eat only one type of cheese for the rest of your life, what would you eat?
Pepper jack.
Oh,
no doubt about
spicy.
it. No doubt about it.
Wow. I could go with that too. I could go with that. But no, Camp Randall, it's I was reading about the stadium. It's the oldest stadium in the league, as in their conference, but that was like a training ground for the Union Army. And then it became Camp Randall. And I was reading on some of the comment sections, some quotes and some comments. How did you handle the kind of crowd noise we're going to get to start this game? Because I really think that it's going to be pivotal for us to come in, and I think a part of the game plan is to come in and just let the air out of the stadium and kind of quieten them down.
I mean, when we were playing away every week, we had crowd noise piped in that was louder than any stadium like we ever played in. I mean, they had these big speakers behind the line of scrimmage and just blaring it into your ears, and you couldn't hear anything. It was all hand signals and screaming at each other from like 2 feet away on the field and in the indoor. So, I mean, you kind of get accustomed to not hearing much. And to be honest with you, I'd rather play Wisconsin at Wisconsin than in Tuscaloosa. I think it helps everybody to go in there and kind of have that me against the world mentality, especially when you're playing somebody that, I mean, let's be honest, that you should beat. And, to have that hostile atmosphere, everybody hates you in the stadium. You get to go in there and, again, have the me against the world mentality. It only helps.
I guess I could pose that question to you too, Ryan, about and to you, Jake, about as a player, did it always feel better to go into the opposing stadiums because everyone hated you?
Oh yeah.
Was that playing at Bryant Denny, I know, special, but man, when you're on the road, like at an LSU or somewhere like that, where everybody's just wanting to throw a whiskey bottle at you. It's a different type of experience.
Hey, I remember we played Georgia at Georgia, and I was on the opposite side of the field of the tunnel, and I'm over there warming up, and as I'm warming up, I see a big scuffle looking like was growing around the tunnel where we were coming out, and it was Ryan, it was all D linemen, and Georgia's all huddled around that tunnel, giving our guys hell. And I was like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, y'all have really screwed up here. If we weren't motivated already and you just pissed off the meanest dudes on the team, you're asking for it now.
Yeah.
How was that, Ryan? Was that?
Well, I'm gonna say, defensive side, we always took pride in that. Like, we used to call it home invasions, and all white, we coming in and we're gonna beat y'all ass. So that's I love road games, for that. You know what I mean? It was louder with us on the field. I like that. Offense. At home, it was always loud for us, and on the road, it's quieter for us. So I like that side of it. You know what I mean? The defense did communicate better. We definitely took pride in the home games and going in there and just wrecking the team at home.
Hope we get back to that, Brett.
I mean, I think if you play a big like LSU at home or a big non-conference game at home where, it's like Texas last year coming in, I think home field advantage comes into play. But anytime you're playing away and you got a loud, chaotic stadium, to me, that's always an advantage for Alabama. At least it was when Coach Saban was around.
Yeah, and of course, this is a stadium with one of their traditions: jump around, the House of Pain. Hopefully, we'll have them.
Do you guys remember House of Pain?
No.
hear that, Elmo? They don't even remember House of Pain.
You guys are making me feel older than I already feel.
The only reason I know House of Pain is because they had that, after COVID, and they did the ESPN special. I had no idea it was a white guy who was in House of Pain.
They were supposed to change rap.
I don't think they did a very good job at it. I don't think they did a very good job at it.
They had the one song, though.
Yeah, and there's no telling what kind of royalties they're getting paid off of that one song. I mean, but that's their little tradition there in the stadium. But hopefully, we'll have them have all the fans ran out of there by that time. What is that? End of the third quarter, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
If they ain't got TJ and JJ Watt over there, they had some trouble.
Yeah.
Jump around, no House of Pain.
It is pretty funny, guys, that this matchup hasn't been played since 1928. I mean, to think about it, like, I don't know that there's many people that are even alive.
Home and away hadn't been played.
Yeah, right.
You guys played them, though.
Yeah.
But you didn't play them there. They didn't play us at our place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I guess it has been played.
Yeah, and last time we played them, old Derek had them lining up on our one of the switch teams before halftime.
That was the national championship season, right?
I'm familiar with that one.
You remember the guy we talked about? The guy that had the concussion that was giving us the thumbs up, lining up behind Cam.
That's when you know you've been hit really, really hard.
He telling Jake he all right, call the play. I'm good.
He came in their huddle. Do you remember that? The guy from Wisconsin came
Yeah.
in their huddle.
Yeah.
I'm called to play it. I'm called to play it. I'm looking at him and I'm like, what are you doing? And he gives me the thumbs up.
Poor guy. Poor guy. To be known for that, it would be so embarrassing.
Oops. That's tough, man.
But anyway,
911.
Yeah. Good to see you guys. Roll Tide. Looking forward to this morning's game.
Hey, Roll Tide. Thanks, Big Sexy Elmo, as always, from WJLX Sports and part of our crew as we hang out with you with the original Bama Football Tailgate Show here at Old River Grill. Talking Alabama and Wisconsin. You guys played Wisconsin. We were just talking about that. What do you remember anything specific besides that from the game? I mean, did you to me, it's like a helmet game. I like both helmets.
Yeah.
Both pretty good college football traditions. I mean, obviously they're not Alabama, but they're not bad either. I mean,
no, they had I remember from that game, them being a tough team. They came in, they were set on running the ball and dominating the line of scrimmage, and they were some guys that lived and died on that hill. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
we respected that about them. Like, we're either going to run the ball, we're going to stop you out from running it. So it was one of them old school matchups, when we did play them, 12 personnel, stuff like that.
Yeah, I felt like it was a disciplined, well-coached team. But just in the long run, we had too many athletes, too many players, and they just couldn't withstand that, for 4 quarters.
Yeah. Well, I like that Greg Byrne is going outside of the norm here, hey, let's schedule a series with Wisconsin. I mean, it's not like Alabama's played a lot of games up north in my recollection.
No.
I mean, like that. And I guess that this is also the direction that college football is going with the playoff, where if you lose some games, it's not the end of the world anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I'd like, if we're scheduling home and aways, I like the Texas, Notre Dame, Miami, teams a little more historical significance, I guess. But, I'm not complaining. That was a polite way to put that one.
Yeah. So you're not a big. This isn't one of your big matchups.
Look, I'm glad we're playing somebody pretty good, but at the same time, it'd be pretty cool if we were playing Miami this weekend.
Yeah, I've seen that one, but we haven't seen this Wisconsin. Look, let's take a break. We come back. We're going to talk about grilling. We got the gang at Gatin and Grillin coming on. John Boy and Billy, and their Chef Carl, is going to give us some recipes with Conecuh sausage. I'm a big Conecuh fan. I know you are. You like Conecuh sausage? I think we all do, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, more of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show coming up right after this.
Hey guys, look at me. Now look at yourselves. I make the big plays and the big games. You don't. Yeah, you would have made All-State if Coach put you in. Keep telling that story, or you can actually play the game. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you in the starting lineup. I'll still be making the plays, you'll be making the bets, and finally getting the sports glory you deserve. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game.
In the heart of Orange Beach, Alabama, directly on the Gulf of Mexico, you'll find your new favorite place to dine with family and friends, Coastal Orange Beach. It's the ultimate dining experience with incredible beach views, and we're now serving breakfast on the beach. We open daily at 8 a.m., so be sure to join us for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Coastal Orange Beach is quickly becoming the place that locals love and a destination for anyone visiting the Gulf Coast. We can't wait to see you on the beach. CoastalOrangeBeach.com.
Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, has been making beer in America for 6 generations. And for nearly 200 years, we've been all about bringing the good times. By hand, by foot, by bike, by bikers, by fanny pack or jetpack, by whatever means necessary. With Yuengling Traditional Lager, good times taste even better. Yuengling, bring the goods.
Tuscaloosa is Alabama's ultimate sports destination and a place for outdoor enthusiasts to thrive. It's a community rooted in history and one that's on the cusp of a burgeoning art scene too. Tuscaloosa is vibrant, it's charming, and it's familiar. Its people welcome you with open arms and warm hellos into a community that's tied together. Tuscaloosa is our home.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Immerse yourself in the continuing dynasty of Alabama football with The Legacy Continues, a visually striking image from artist Daniel A. Moore. This sequel to Moore's 1992 sold-out painting, The Crimson Legacy, features iconic moments and memorabilia from the last 30 seasons of Tide football. Don't miss your opportunity to own this lasting tribute sure to be cherished by Bama fans for years to come. Pre-order The Legacy Continues now at danielmooreart.com.
Check out Pawn Royale at 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. The summer season is almost over. Time to go to Pawn Royale and find some amazing deals. Right now, our lawn and gardening inventory must go. That includes mowers, trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, you name it. Pawn Royale has deals on everything. Many items at cost or less. If you're in the market, come make a deal. That's Pawn Royale, 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. Do you consider yourself a black sheep, misfit, or screwball? If so, we've got the perfect drink for you. Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. Screwball combines 2 of America's favorite, peanut butter and whiskey. Enjoy it neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Screwball, the original most awarded peanut butter whiskey, is now available near you. Go to screwballwhiskey.com for more information. Enjoy responsibly.
Advertisement by Screwball Spirits, LLC, San Diego, California. Whiskey with natural flavors, 35% alcohol by volume.
Back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, and one of the best parts about doing this show, and we do appreciate Visit Tuscaloosa for being a part of what we do each week and helping us put on what we feel like is one of the most fun things that we do, but also when you come to Tuscaloosa next time for a game, maybe you'll be at Georgia in 2 weeks. Check out the Tuscaloosa Farmers Market. It takes place every Saturday at the River Market from 7 to noon. The Tuscaloosa Civil Rights Trail self-guided tour that includes 18 stops around Tuscaloosa, the Tuscaloosa Amphitheater with all those great shows, and Druid City Music Hall concerts, all that and more at the greatest place to watch football, and that is Tuscaloosa. Now, our friend Kevin Sport does a great job every week of putting together a segment and helping us get the best grilling, the best eating we can have. Chef Carl's part of that as well. Those guys are at the Tennessean, and if you're driving up to Nashville for the game, exit 22. Go in there and check out the Tennessean, and you'll see our set that's actually on this segment here with Kevin Sport.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Sport, and you are in the Gatin and Grillin zone here at the world-class Tennessean Travel Stop. And we have got Carl the Cook, Grill Master Extraordinaire. We've got Virgin Records recording artist Rick Milroe and the Hitmen with us, and we've got a fun day planned. And stay with us through the break because you need to check with our friend Sean at D Community and sign up to play. Take your picks and you may win some cash, so I'm ready. How about you? Let's get our tailgate on. All right, Carl, what we got smoking on the grill?
What's up, Kevin? How you, brother?
Man, yeah.
Good to see you.
Oh, you're going to do wings today?
Oh, yes, sir. And what I'm going to season these wings up with today, man, is John Boy and Billy chicken rub and John Boy and Billy's pork rub.
Oh, sweet.
First coat. John Boy and Billy chicken rub.
Oh, yeah.
Salt,
yeah.
pepper,
yeah.
garlic,
This
paprika. Chicken rub's on. We're
Yeah.
going down with the John Boy and Billy pork rub.
Oh,
This is
sweet. Okay.
turbinado sugar,
Oh, man.
spices, more garlic, more paprika.
Oh, my. Oh, wow.
What you're doing is building flavor, layering flavor, man. That's what it's all about.
You got to have a good rub.
And I guarantee you, everyone watching out there today, man, they love just a good old classic. I got something for you, brother.
Okay.
What's better than a Kanaka sausage?
Nothing's better than
Wrapping that bad boy in a cinnamon roll.
You're kidding.
I'm serious, brother. I am dead serious. And you're going to love it.
My mouth is watering already.
Everybody out there is going to start making it.
I believe they
will.
probably
Everybody
will.
watching will start making it.
So I need to let you get to work so you can put them on the grill, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, we're gonna take a break, but we're gonna be right back with Rick Milroe, and we're gonna talk some football, and we're gonna hear a great single. Y'all hold on.
I am Sean from D Community, which is running a tailgate parlay challenge each week for some extra fun and cash prizes. So the short and sweet, for those watching this on YouTube, you can pause the video when you see the QR, or you can grab the link in the bio or use the button to get it. Now, if you're listening on the radio, you can go to dcommunity.io or just make your way over to the YouTube and you will find us. It's worth it. We're giving away $1,000 a week in prizes, but you have to be in it to win it. So, with that, we will talk soon. I give you back to the guys. Have fun, be the tailgate, and good luck, and roll Tide.
Welcome back to Bama Tailgate as it rolls on, and so do we. And we are happy to have Rick Milroe here with us today.
What's happening, brother?
And the Hitman. You brought one with you,
I brought one
didn't you?
Hitman with me, Alan Beeler, yeah.
Thanks, Alan, for showing up today, man. I've had a ball.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I've had a ball. We're not even through yet.
No, we still have drinks and everything. It's going to be...
I know. And well, before we get into the music, what exactly is the team that you pull for in the SEC?
A couple of years ago, I've been very proud to say I'm a Florida Gator. Okay. I still am. I'm a Gator, man, through all kinds of weather. We all stick together. Orange and blue, so yeah,
I'm with you, man.
It's already a tough season. It started out tough.
Hey, I got too many SEC friends.
Yeah.
And we all love the trash talk.
Oh yeah.
And we all love the whole thing, just like everybody.
Yeah, I think I was telling you when we actually beat Alabama and won for the going to the national championship for the SEC.
Yes, you did.
Everybody was talking smack at the very end. Everybody went, "You won? Go win the national championship." So that's the SEC all
That's the SEC in a nutshell right there.
And getting out of that conference, man, any team that comes out of that conference unscathed is pretty lucky.
Well, hey, for all our Gator fans out there that may be tuning in, I'm sure they love it. So that's good.
And all the Alabama people are like, do not download his music. Don't hold it against me.
We would never do that. No. Well, I'd love to hear some of it.
You want to do this? All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Little great minds drink alike.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I'm saying ain't
everybody knows where everybody's gonna be. Hot women, cold beer, Chevy trucks and John Deere's. Everybody's hitching a ride down them gravel roads and dance halls. You know we know how to live, y'all. Great minds drink alike. Great minds will drink it tonight.
I love it. You just brought the tailgate with you,
That's
didn't
what
you?
we're trying to do, yeah.
Man.
Buddy.
Yeah. That was awesome. So glad y'all are here. Hey, scan the QR code. Learn more about Rick Monroe and the Hitman. In the meantime, we're taking a break. We're going to catch up with Carl at the grill. Guys, this is my favorite part. Look at this. Yeah, the Silver Fox did it again.
Thank you, buddy.
Tell us how you went through this.
Let me tell you, man. We got the wings. You know, you were here when I seasoned them up. Jumbo and Billy, pork rub, chicken rub, and I sauced them with the hot and spicy. You got to have a little heat out here in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's what it's all about. And a 30-minute process. 30 minutes on, bone side down.
Okay.
Flip over to the meat side. All right, you're cooking this wing through. Then at that point, you start your saucing process. You're caramelizing that sauce in those 10 minutes.
Okay.
Flip back 10 more minutes because you got sauce on both sides here. And this pit boss, man, it done an amazing job.
It did the job.
I mean, it's got this baffle in it. You can slide this baffle back and you get a direct flame.
Oh.
So if you got wings up here that isn't kind of pretty like all of them, slide those wings right over at the direct flame.
And get the flame.
And you can char that sauce, man. Get you a nice color on it. That's what you want.
And hey, Rick, come on, man. Let's try this.
Oh, yeah, man. This looks awesome.
I got one more thing, boss.
It's worth the wait. All right, what?
One more thing. This showstopper dog, man, from Conecuh Sausage.
Oh.
Conecuh wrapped in a cinnamon roll. We just stepped it up a whole nother level, fellas.
Oh, yes. We just came up with another one.
Yes, sir.
Where'd you come up with this?
I've been doing it for years at my house.
It's very good.
It's awesome.
It's almost as good as your music.
It is. Both of them were great.
More tasty, though. I'll tell you this one. Take one of these.
Grab one.
Bashful
That
little
sauce,
cheese.
sauce will make it that much better.
That's what my grandma would say.
All right, here we go.
All right. Ready?
All right, y'all ready?
Yep, right.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty serious.
You did not disappoint.
My time here's done. I'm going to take me a little break.
Sure.
Come back.
Well, we pig out.
Right.
Yep.
I want to come back and taste that drink of Rick.
Little Hitman coming at you.
Sounds great.
Can't wait.
Thank you so much. This is
Sounds great.
awesome.
So what we got for Carl?
We have the Hitman.
The Hitman.
The Hitman. Yeah, man.
I love it.
It's got a little zing-zang. Number one.
That is really cool packaging.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
You know, the secret sauce, a little blood sauce right here. Grenadine
okay.
right there for you.
All
So,
right, all
let's
right.
start. We've already got the ice poured out here because, I mean, I got to make a bunch of drinks for everybody.
Sweet.
So you're supposed to measure these out. I think it's like 3 ounces. And there's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, you kind of go like that. That works. And then with this, it's supposed to be an ounce. So we're going to kind of do that. That's an ounce, 2 ounce.
That's that a little bit
here,
more.
So yeah, I think that's good.
That's the way a musician makes a drink right there.
Take this, grenadine. It's supposed to be just a little drop. Just for the coloring. So.
All right, yeah, we're gonna make it look pretty.
That's it.
All right, man.
I'm gonna do a little shaky shake, just a little bit.
All right.
Not too much, not too crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pour a little bit.
Oh, sweet.
I did not start out a tequila guy, but a man named Mr. Ron White. This is his company. Him and Alex Ramundo. And one day we were doing a podcast with him, and he's like, "You guys got to try this stuff." Because he says it's got probiotics, and he's like, "It's basically health food." So if Ron White tells you this is health food, it is. So,
cheers.
Yeah. This has been cool and all. Had a good time. Before we leave, I think we need a little friendly competition going on.
Oh, really? Think this might be okay? Roll Tide.
Sean again from D Community, bringing you another quick parlay check-in, right? So I gave you the basics of where to go. You check the link or you go to dcommunity.io. Make sure to check it out. The main thing each week is to pick a team and total score so that you are entered for the drawings, right? And the goal is to build a community of tailgaters, and we'll roll it into all the seasons and sports. It'll be fun, right? So let's do this. Let's have fun. Let's win prizes and roll Tide.
You can't win if you don't play with our friends at the community. Get involved. We're all picking games. We're all picking the scores and just having a great time.
Good man, buddy.
Yeah,
Give me two
brother.
this time.
Come on back.
I will.
We'll play some music.
I'll make some more drinks.
Absolutely. Go tequila.
All right, there you go. Kevin Sport, Conecuh Sausage, John Boy and Billy dipping sauce and barbecue sauce and all that stuff. We're hanging out with you guys here at the Old River Grill as we get you ready for Alabama and Wisconsin. That about does it for the first hour of the show, but I see that we got some shrimp and fish baskets here. What do you think?
Fried shrimp's hard to beat. I'm in a lot better shape this time than I was last time.
What's your go-to here? Is it the fried shrimp?
Something fried.
Yeah.
Got to be something fried.
I like the burgers a lot and the wings on game day. But they said this is a pretty good spot to watch the NFL at the Old River Grill. Ryan, you played in the NFL. Do you have any interest in watching it still, or has you kind of got out of it and not following as much?
I don't follow it as much. If it's somebody that I know playing, one of my old teammates or somebody that I played with that I like, I try to check them out, but I don't really just be glued to it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm a college football fan.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Tua, though. Let's talk about Tua for a second. I love Tua. I think one of my all-time favorite Alabama players injured in his game Thursday. Head injuries, another concussion. Did you guys ever deal with that? And how do you, what do you think his future is going to be playing football? I mean,
I never dealt with him to that extent. I mean, I don't really know if I was ever diagnosed with one. I mean, we played Arkansas my senior year. I took a few shots that game, and I didn't quite remember how many interceptions I threw when it was over. But I know the doctor never told me I was, concussed or anything like that. Kind of moved on. But he's kind of getting to the point. He's looks like he's been knocked unconscious a couple times, and you're starting to kind of worry about long-term mental health there. I mean, I can't remember what was the Chicago Bears quarterback that took all those hits.
Jim McMahon.
Yeah. Man, that guy kind of reminds me. I don't know. He just seeing him is pretty sad, and you don't want to see Tua end up being 50, 60 years old and be in that kind of shape.
I say I definitely, I hate to see it, him going through that because of the level of player he is, so you don't want to see him, a career ended that early, and I feel like he's just now tapping into what he can be and who he is. But like I said, I do care about him in the long run, and those are some questions you got to start asking yourself. Is it worth it now? He's still young. He probably don't have a family, kids yet. That's some stuff you're gonna want to do. So it's rough. You know what I mean? I hate to see it. I didn't watch the game, but I did see a lot of the stuff this morning about it. I'm praying for him. You know what I mean? And they say hopefully he can overcome it. And just come to peace with whatever decision he do make and decide for his future, man.
Guys, that does it for the first hour of the Tailgate Show. We come back. Thom Abraham, Lance Taylor is going to be on with us. We're going to talk more Alabama and Wisconsin right after this.
Alabama PALS, People Against a Littered State, is a statewide organization that has many programs that can benefit your county, school, city, or community. The Alabama Adopt a Mile program, the Don't Drop It on Alabama Spring Cleanup, the Alabama Coastal Cleanup, and the Alabama Clean Campus program are all programs available to you and your groups. Join with Alabama PALS and let's all do our part in making Alabama truly Alabama the Beautiful. For more information, go to alpals.org. Sponsored by Alabama PALS, ALDOT, the ABA, and this station.
Is your business facing new challenges such as higher employee wages and lower workforce participation? Luckily, there's a local solution. As your Alabama Career Center system, we make running your business easier. We assist both small and large businesses throughout the state. To take advantage of all we offer, visit your local center or find us online at labor.alabama.gov. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association, an equal opportunity employer. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request to individuals with disabilities.
We know texting and driving is dangerous and tailgating causes crashes. We know that road rage doesn't get us down the road faster. So let's all help each other and focus on driving safely, especially around work zones. Speeding or any other dangerous driving moves through a work zone will cost you double the normal fine. Save your money and possibly save your life or the life of a road worker. Slow down, put away the phone, and enjoy the ride. For more information, visit drivesafealabama.org. Sponsored by ALDOT, ALEA, the ABA, and this station.
Work is a part of all of us. We know that the world around us has changed, and that's why the Alabama Department of Labor is here to get you back to working hard. Work is a part of all of us. Let us help you get back to it by visiting your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funding provided by the USDOL, ETA, and Federal WIOA, and Equal Opportunity Employer Program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Coach Nick Saban.
Helping children is very important to Miss Terry and me. As parents, it saddens us to know that there are more than 5,000 children in foster care in Alabama. These children need loving, nurturing families to care for them. We ask you to join the team and become champions for children by opening your heart, opening your home, and becoming a foster or adoptive parent.
For more information, call 1-866-4AL-KIDS. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You can now do more without it costing you more. Alabama's attractions have come together to offer the all-in-one ticket that downloads to your mobile device. No matter how many attractions listed on the ticket you see during the time span you bought, your price stays the same. Pick the right ticket option that best fits your schedule, and then enjoy more attractions without spending more. All-in-one tickets for different areas of Alabama are available at alabama.travel and other places where online tickets are sold. Brought to you by the Alabama Tourism Department, the ABA, and this station.
Do you know the facts about Mpox? The most visual symptom of Mpox is a rash. The rash can be preceded by fever, headache, muscle aches, backaches, swollen lymph nodes, chills, exhaustion, and a cough. Symptoms start within 3 weeks of exposure to the virus. If you are at higher risk, protect yourself by avoiding close skin-to-skin contact with people and get vaccinated. To learn more about Mpox and determine if you are at risk, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/Mpox. Sponsored by the Alabama Public Health Department, ABA, and this station.
The original Bama Football Tailgate Show is on the air. Alabama football is rolling, and we've got you covered with a breakdown of the game matchup, an SEC preview, and all the fun of an afternoon on the quad. With national championship winning quarterback Jake Coker, WJLX radio voice Brett Elmore, and CoverCrimson.com host Mick Gillispie. The Bama Football Tailgate Show is presented by Pearl River Resort Casino and Hotel in Choctaw, Mississippi. Let's play! Featuring the Sportsbook at the Timeout Lounge, Dancing Rabbit Golf Course, and celebrating 30 years of excellence. Also brought to you by Yuengling Lager. Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. The only beer you need at a Bama tailgate party. The Flora-Bama world-famous beach bar and lounge in Orange Beach. Sevierville, your Smokies start here. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. Let's toast. Hashtag to the Screwballs. R&R Cigars, home of the Alabama Victor cigar. Unique bar on the Strip. Home of the NFL, MLB, Premier League package. Catch all the games at Unique Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports. Not too small, not too big. Tuscaloosa is pronounced just right. Pond Royale, located at 1019 McFarland and Northport. NewLifeArt.com, publisher of fine art editions by Daniel A. Moore. Use the code Bama Tailgate for amazing deals at NewLifeArt.com. And Styx's Tractor and Tree Service in South Alabama. Affordable pricing and customer service guaranteed. Now the host of the original Bama Tailgate Show, here's Mick Gillispie.
All right, roll tide, everybody. Second hour of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show. Alabama taking on Wisconsin. That is, if you're in the Eastern time zone, the traditional Big Ten noon kick. But here in the Central time zone, that is 11 o'clock. Show's brought to you by Pearl River Resort. Great to have Jake Coker with us, and great to have Ryan Anderson with us. This is our elephant in the room crew right here, by the way, guys. Cover Crimson on the YouTube channel. We get together and talk football and hang out. And really is a pleasure to have both of you guys here at the Old River Grill and the Flora-Bama. You live here, Ryan. This is like a home game for you.
Yeah. This is my neck of the woods now.
Good neck of the woods to be in, by the way.
Especially when you got good buddies with you. You know what I mean?
I'm jealous. You guys last football game had the 2014 team honored, the SEC championship team. You got to go there for the Nick Saban field ceremony and all that stuff. I saw both of you guys on the videos. Jake was, I don't know why, he was just like crowding Coach Saban like that. Did you see him?
Yeah, I mean, he won. You know, that's just how the shit go. We don't talk to the quarterback more than anybody else. I just asked Jake how he was doing. What old man doing, man?
I see the video. They put the video out with Coach Saban, and there he is, and Jake's like over top of him like this.
I mean,
like we trying to.
I walk ahead. I almost missed the ceremony, and BJ Stabler's like, stand right there, and then Coach Saban walks up right next to me. I was like, oh man, that's gonna look like I'm still like Tinker's pet over here, sneaking up to the middle.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, guys, let's talk about where Alabama is right now. Heading into Wisconsin, we kind of got into this before, but Alabama as a program compared to last year to this year, what differences do you see with the Kalen DeBoer era? What similarities do you see with this football team?
Right now it's early, Mick, and I can say, honestly, I feel like they're dealing with the same kind of stuff the teams were dealing last year, even some of the Coach Saban teams the last few years, with finding their identity. A lot of, undisciplined-like stuff going on, and a lot of missed opportunities out there right now, but that's expected early in the season, especially with a team that's a younger team trying to find themselves, let alone, a new coach, a new regime that's there. So I feel like we'll be all right if we, we learn and build off these games, and we can't keep making these same mistakes. You know what I mean? Like I said, we saying the same stuff the next 3-4 weeks, we're in trouble. That's how I feel.
Great point. And Jake, just hold it for a second. It's like the offensive line last year. Good one week, bad the next week. Good 1 week, bad the next week. We're seeing that already, right? I feel like Milroe's taken some steps, but we want to see him kind of hit, and this might be something where you jump in. He's got to start hitting the mid-range, the short passes a little cleaner. But, I mean, I still love him as a playmaker, as a guy. You just can't really ever relax when he's the quarterback because he might take one to the house. It's just not conventional drop-back passing.
Right.
I was going to say, the exact same thing. This early on in the season, I feel like it's the same issues we had last year. Now, we got Coach Saban now, or we lost Coach Saban. Usually on defense, I feel like it's pretty stable over there because he's always been there. You've always heard that message. He's always kind of been directing the defense behind the scenes, no matter who's in charge. But now you've got completely new faces on offense and defense, a lot of different schemes, and these guys are pretty brand new playing with each other. Jalen's throwing to completely new guys this year. Kobe Prentice has been around for a little while. But, looks like Ryan Williams is going to be, our biggest, most explosive playmaker on offense. And he's 17 years old. So, there's a lot of transition there. And we got a lot of big games early on in the year that we just got to grow and learn from and get familiarity with. So, it's a process. It's going to take a little while. And like I've said before, we're not going to know what this Alabama team really is until week 6, week 7, I don't think.
Yeah. I feel the same way. And like this game this week is a great challenge to see what this team do on the road.
Right.
See how they face adversity, see how they respond, in a different crowd. They're going to have big eyes. They're going to be deer in the headlights, so they're going to hunt. So that's why I'm really looking forward to see this game. So,
and we kind of got a schedule that sets, outside of Georgia being after this game, we kind of got a schedule that sets up perfect. South Florida, we're obviously a lot more talented than, but an extremely well-coached team. We got to see a lot of different fronts and looks, and we're going to see how we adjust to that. And then you get to go to a hostile environment in Wisconsin with a little more talent. Still, I think obviously we got better players than they do, but they're going to be a well-coached team. They're going to be in the right spot, and we're going to see how we respond up there in a hostile environment.
Farmers.
Let's bring on Thom Abraham, 97.7 ESPN the Zone up in Huntsville. Good to see you, man. Roll Tide.
Hey, man, roll Tide, and it's good to have a big game on the board, although I was a little surprised to see how big that spread was, but, for the Tide being up in Wisconsin. But nevertheless, this is a real Big Ten team, so kind of looking forward to seeing what the Tide can do now.
Thom, tell us who you think the next Alabama breakout player is going to be.
Are we not counting people like Justice Haynes and Jam Miller? Are they not breakout players? Obviously Ryan Williams and what he has done. Or are you talking about some obscure guy that's 3 deep on the depth chart?
No, I think all three of those guys.
I'm not sure we need a crystal ball here, man.
Hey, throw it out. I'm just throwing out the questions. Don't kill the question asker. Just throw it out.
I wasn't sure how obscure you wanted to go. You could say that too about the offensive line as well. One of these guys is going to step up. Will be Elijah Pritchett, who came into the game and, I don't think it's any coincidence that they scored 3 touchdowns in 5 plays once he came into the game. They ran right up his butt, for 2 touchdowns, and then they threw the 43-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Williams, and he didn't hold on the play, which is a positive right there. They didn't have a holding to kill that play. But maybe it's Pritchett. Who knows?
I asked these guys. I want to throw it at you. The difference between Alabama last year and this year.
Right now it doesn't look a whole heck of a lot different. There's still some undisciplined things that have happened. There is a lot of explosiveness. I think there's more explosiveness this year than last year. I think the defense is more aggressive than they were last year. So we're seeing that. But interestingly enough, in terms of operationally, I don't think I've seen a ton of difference, which is a good thing because, obviously they've been great for 17 years, and it seems like Kalen DeBoer is continuing that. I do, this week is so important because we saw 2 games against 2 teams that they should manhandle all along, and I don't think we went off a page 1 or 2 of the playbook on either side of the ball. So I think this week you'll see, everybody's attention a little bit more to preparation. I think it'll be even better going on the road, breaking out the white jerseys for the first time. All of that's important, and so I think that's what makes this week so fascinating. Everything up until now was strictly preliminary. The main event is about to begin.
Well, I don't think, and you guys probably agree with me, I don't think we're going to know who these guys are until they play Georgia. Not to take anything away from the game against Wisconsin today. I just think that these are 2 really important games. You got to go on the road and dominate, which is something that Alabama used to do. I'd like to see that happen again. And then Georgia's coming to town, and they're going to want to kick the crap out of Alabama. We're the team that keeps derailing them from owning college football.
Well, yeah, and especially for Kirby Smart, because obviously we know he couldn't really get over on Nick Saban just the one time that he got him there, and that was worth a national championship. But now, if he gets beat by Kalen DeBoer and it's same old, then you start to wonder about where Kirby's psyche will be on that whole thing. But that's a problem for 2 weeks from now. I find it interesting as one who likes to kind of keep an eye on the lines a little bit and see how Vegas treats these things. I think this week's games, both how Georgia looks against Kentucky, who needs a bounce back game, how Alabama looks on a road going to Wisconsin. These 2 games could change that line, whatever that line is going to be, by 3 or 4 points based on how the 2 teams look. That game is either going to be a pick'em or Georgia a slight favorite, or Alabama could be a 4 or 5 point favorite if they look real good and Georgia looks mortal. So it's going to be real interesting to see the impact on Vegas after we see these 2 games.
All right, Thom, tell everyone about the big dog and what you got going on in North Alabama.
97.7 ESPN the Zone is where you find me, and of course on the stream there as well. That's North Alabama's home for the Crimson Tide, and of course we also dabble into the outdoors world as well with Bassmaster Radio, which is always cool as well. And you find me on Twitter and X at Thom Abraham Show.
All right, great. Thom Abraham, one of the best in the state. I'm not just, well, maybe in the world, Thom. I'm going to put you up there, that next level. But love you. Thank you for coming on. Guys, I want to remind you that the segment's always brought to you by visitsevierville.com. Now's the time to start thinking about visiting the mountains. I mean, it is fall. It's officially here. And you can take advantage of one of the most beautiful areas in the country at visitsevierville.com. They'll tell you about all the Smoky Mountain tours and everything else. Visitsevierville.com/tours for information, /fall as well. All right, when we come back, we're going to pick our games. More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show coming up.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Score big at Flora-Bama's Old River Grill with our great game menu. Grab your friends and watch the game on one of our 30-plus TVs. Our game day menu is full of flavor, from fried green beans to cowboy caviar and game day staples like the buffalo chicken sandwich, traditional jumbo chicken wings, Southwest egg rolls, and the chips and dip trio. Wash it all down with a bucket of beer or one of our many drink specials. Bring your friends and family for game day and join us at Flora-Bama Old River Grill. For more info, visit our website at FlorabamaOldRiverGrill.com.
Unique on the Strip. It's the best place to watch sports.
You're not even kidding. 11 TVs, NFL and MLB package, NHL, EPL, and so much more. If you want a game, they have it.
Now they're doing weekly NFL Pick'em, winners every Sunday, and grand prizes on Super Bowl Sunday.
And we haven't even mentioned the drink specials.
Of course they have daily drink specials. You can see them on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Unique T-Town every day.
Unique on the Strip. The best place to watch sports in Tuscaloosa.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Autumn brings vivid colors to the back roads and hollows of Sevierville, Tennessee. Wind your way to quaint country churches, a historic covered bridge, and even a pick-your-own apple orchard. This fall, the best views are yours on Sevierville's Rocky Flats Fall Driving Tour. Learn more and find additional fall drives to enjoy at visitsevierville.com/fall.
Gary Allen in concert.
Every storm runs that rain.
Gary Allen. Live.
Watching airplanes.
Saturday, October 12th at Pearl River Resort Silver Star Convention Center. Tickets on sale now at PearlRiverResort.com.
Yeah, that's right where I need to be.
Don't miss Gary Allen. Live.
Who doesn't love a good Bloody Mary come game day? We set out to make the best tasting, the savory, spicy, and southern. So as my song goes, call it an early weekend and sip on my signature blend. I don't have to be me till Monday Bloody Mary mix. So leave it all behind and head on over to Pearl River Resort, exclusively at their restaurants, bars, and award-winning Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. This weekend, just say, I'll have what Steve's having.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Football is back, and no one does it better than the Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. This season, you can watch the games with nothing on the line. Boring. Or you can make a play in the starting lineup. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you into the big plays with big bets and big wins, making every game more exciting than ever. It's time for the sports glory you deserve without breaking a sweat. The Sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game. Must be 21.
Back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, hanging out with you here at the Old River Grill at the Flora-Bama, Alabama, Wisconsin at 11 o'clock Central Time. The Crimson Tide 2-0, Wisconsin 2-0. It's the first trip for them there since 1928. But we're not going to talk about that right now. What we're going to do is we're going to bring on Lance Taylor from the Next Round, part of Cover Crimson on the YouTube channel or on YouTube, and we hang out there. And then Lance's Lock, hanging out with Ryan Anderson, Jay Coker, and me, Mick Gillispie. What's up, man?
Hey, fellas, I'm jealous. Typically a Friday afternoon, I've got a cocktail in hand, but a lot going on, and I see you guys are doing exactly what I would want to be doing. No better place in the world. How was the weather with this Hurricane Francine rolling through?
It's perfect now.
Weather after hurricanes is hard to beat. Hey, so Lance, who did you have? Who'd you have Thursday night? Arizona State? Or did you take
the wrong side, Jake? I had the Bobcats. I thought, okay, so first of all, let me say this. After watching Arizona State week 1 against Wyoming, I said on the show on the Next Round, the very next week, I was like, this might be one of the most improved teams in the Power 4 right now in Arizona State, and Dillingham coming back in year 2. And then, they pretty much dominated Mississippi State from start to finish. Mississippi State came back and made a semblance of the game in the second half. But, boy, those Bobcats, man, G.J. Kinney, I think is going to be head coach in the Power 4 probably next year. But when they got up 21-7, I didn't think there was any stopping Jordan McLeod. I was obviously wrong. Final 3 possessions were bad, and I was on the wrong side of that. I take it you were on Arizona State with the flex there.
No, I'm not going against Arizona State for the rest of the year. That's
you got busted.
I've been slapped around going against them too many times this year already.
I want to tell you
guys.
I
mean, they're good. I'll tell you this about Arizona State. Once they go 3-0 and they win a game like that on prime time against, if people don't really watch a lot of college football, they don't realize how good Texas State is this year. People are starting to talk about Arizona State, maybe a dark horse for the Big 12. But if you start to look at their schedule, it is brutal. I mean, they've got back-to-backs coming up with Kansas and Utah. They've still got to go to K-State. They've got to go to Oklahoma State. So, fun team to watch, very improved, but they're probably still like an 8-win team.
This segment is brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Golden Moon Casino has got the Timeout Sports Lounge, 20 TVs with feeds of all the major sports network, 12 state-of-the-art odds and wager boards listing all the games and scores. 3 wager stations to place in-person bets, a full bar. Find out for yourself at Pearl River Resort. All right, guys, let's start. Somehow game day skipped Alabama and Wisconsin. They went to number 16 LSU and the South Carolina team that might win 6 games. South Carolina's getting 7, and at the over-under is 40 and a half. LT, I'll let you start this thing.
Well, I agree with you. I was the idiot last week that said South Carolina is probably the worst team in the SEC. I mean, after watching them struggle with Old Dominion, where Old Dominion handed them 4 turnovers and they still only won the game by 4, I didn't think they'd be able to beat Kentucky. They run Kentucky off the field. With all that said, a couple of things. College game day, it is a joke that they're there. First time they've been in Columbia since 2014. South Carolina has lost 7 straight to LSU. This will be Garrett Nussmeier's first true road start on an opponent's field. He has 8 touchdowns, first in the FBS right now. I think LSU rolls. I like LSU minus the points here.
All right, Jake.
I'm going the same way. South Carolina, I'm still, I don't think Kentucky is going to be as relevant this year as they have in the past with Stoops. South Carolina struggles with Old Dominion. I get they beat Kentucky pretty handily, but still not impressed yet Nussmeier, I think, is one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. I'm going to roll with LSU in this game.
What about you, Ryan?
LSU.
All right, LSU.
Man of many words
The
here.
swag was giving me a feeling. I just wanted to put the screwball swag on. Like I'm in Vegas trying to hide my identity right now. All right, second game. Let's throw it up there for you guys. It's number 24 BC, number 6 Mizzou. I'm not buying into Mizzou. I just can't do it, but there's number 6 in one of the polls. They're a 16-point favorite. 53.5 is the over/under. LT, get us started here.
By the way, you do look like you're in witness protection. I don't know what's going on with you.
I'm just
how
trying
many bushwhackers deep are we?
What's that?
How many bushwhackers deep?
Oh, I've been here since 10:30.
Okay. BC, so could this be the 2022 version of TCU when Sonny Dykes comes in year one, takes over? Thomas Castellano is a really good quarterback. BC's rushed for 560 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2 games. And back to Missouri, the things that scare me about Missouri coming off an 11-win season, Blake Baker, your defensive coordinator, gone to LSU. Cody Schrader led the SEC in rushing, gone to the NFL. With that said, Missouri has not allowed a touchdown through 2 games. And going back to last season, it's been 185 minutes of game action. I know the opponents haven't been good this year. Luther Burden III hasn't even been a factor because he hasn't had to be. I'm laying the points here. I'm not buying BC. I think Missouri can get it done. It's a big number, man, massive number. And sometimes Vegas throws these out there to bait everybody on one side. Looks like there's a lot of public money on BC. I like Missouri minus the 16.5.
Yeah, I can't lie and say I've watched a bunch of Missouri. I saw Boston College play against Florida State. Looked solid, but, Florida State, I don't know, are they 0-3 now?
0-2.
Yeah, just 0-2. Only played 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Missouri, and mainly because of the amount of points that Vegas is giving Boston College. It looks fishy to me. I'm rolling with Missouri.
All right, final game, Bama, Wisconsin, 16. Bama favored 50.5, the over/under, LT.
Bama has not played in Madison since 1928. They lost 15-0. I don't think we will see that type of a game. This Wisconsin offense, year 2 under Phil Longo, was supposed to be better. Upgrading quarterback Tyler Van Dyke hasn't worked out through 2 weeks. Lucky to survive Western Michigan, which only scored 28 there, only scored 27 against South Dakota. Their bread and butter has been running the football. Ches Malusi is yet to have it. He's had 1 run over 10 yards. The thing to look at here, I think Milroe will have multiple opportunities with the deep ball. I think they take advantage of that. I'm laying the points. I think once we get to the 4th quarter, and I know all the Alabama fans going to Madison are excited about jumping around, they'll be able to do it because they're going to be up by 21-24 at that point. I think Alabama wins this one going away.
Jay, I'm going to tell you something, Lance, going to blow your mind. These guys don't remember House of Pain.
Oh, no. Well, I too probably good for you guys.
You remember them, and I remember them. They don't remember.
Yeah, shows you how old we are. I don't know if they definitely don't remember the name Soul Moon Frye, and I don't know if you can pull that, Mick, but that is Punky Brewster. But her and her brother did a documentary where they went on tour with House of Pain back in the early 90s. So anyway, that's just a little nugget I'm throwing you guys.
I told them that House of Pain was supposed to change the rap game.
They didn't.
Might have changed it in Wisconsin, I guess.
No, it was Boston. It was Boston. All right, your thoughts.
Man, Lance, you and I we end up being on the same side of picks.
That's okay. Big weekend, Jake. Big weekend.
Yeah, Wisconsin, struggling against Western Michigan. I can't remember who they struggled against, like Blue Mountain State the week before that. I think the longest pass was they've had all year is 50 yards. It was a trick play, and the next one's 16 yards. Not a whole lot of explosiveness. They got gashed last week in the run game. I think Alabama comes in and blows them out.
All right, LT, tell everyone about Lance's lock and the next round. Throw a next round plug in there too.
Yeah, hey, look, next round, we do it every single day. We appreciate you guys being a part of what we do. Cover Crimson's been awesome. You guys, you seem like you're grinding and doing something every single day. But so we're on 9 to 12. Disrupt Media at Next Round. You can find us on any of the apps, any platform, but 9 to 12 Central Time daily, Monday through Friday, and Lance's log. And I try to be full disclosure. Jake asked me, I had Texas State. Last Saturday was a disaster. We were really good week 1 in the NFL. We're going to crush it here week 3. It starts with 2 games going into the weekend and full slate on Saturday. Jump on board, lanceslog.com. That's lanceslog.com, where you get a free play every single day.
All right. Thank you, man. Great job. And we'll talk to you again soon. That's Lance.
See you boys. Y'all have fun. Drink a couple for me.
Lance, I think all the Joes have been winning a pretty good bit so far this year.
I agree,
I gotta give that to you because I've felt a little pain this year too.
I agree.
I'm taking Texas over Michigan. It was the easy one.
Yeah, Mick, Gillispie, and Joe Public. They're looking real good right now.
If I can give you guys one piece of advice, I would go find a bachelorette party in a boat and just go try something crazy today.
All right, thanks, LT. And
see you guys.
More of the original Bama Football Tailgate Show.
County, school, city, or community. The Alabama Adopt a Mile program, the Don't Drop It on Alabama Spring Cleanup, the Alabama Coastal Cleanup, and the Alabama Clean Campus program are all programs available to you and your groups. Join with Alabama Pals and let's all do our part in making Alabama truly Alabama the Beautiful. For more information, go to alpals.org. Sponsored by Alabama Pals, ALDOT, the ABA, and this station.
Is your business facing new challenges such as higher employee wages and lower workforce participation? Luckily, there's a local solution. As your Alabama Career Center system, we make running your business easier. We assist both small and large businesses throughout the state. To take advantage of all we offer, visit your local center or find us online at labor.alabama.gov. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association, an equal opportunity employer. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request to individuals with disabilities.
We know texting and driving is dangerous and tailgating causes crashes. We know that road rage doesn't get us down the road faster. So let's all help each other and focus on driving safely, especially around work zones. Speeding or any other dangerous driving moves through a work zone will cost you double the normal fine. Save your money and possibly save your life or the life of a road worker. Slow down, put away the phone, and enjoy the ride. For more information, visit drivesafealabama.org. Sponsored by ALDOT, ALEA, the ABA, and this station.
Work is a part of all of us. We know that the world around us has changed, and that's why the Alabama Department of Labor is here to get you back to working hard. Work is a part of all of us. Let us help you get back to it by visiting your local career center or alabamaworks.alabama.gov. Funding provided by the USDOL, ETA, and Federal WIOA, and Equal Opportunity Employer Program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request. Brought to you by this station and the Alabama Broadcasters Association.
Coach Nick Saban.
Helping children is very important to Miss Terry and me. As parents, it saddens us to know that there are more than 5,000 children in foster care in Alabama. These children need loving, nurturing families to care for them. We ask you to join the team and become champions for children by opening your heart, opening your home, and becoming a foster or adoptive parent.
For more information, call 1-866-4AL-KIDS. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You can now do more without it costing you more. Alabama's attractions have come together to offer the all-in-one ticket that downloads to your mobile device. No matter how many attractions listed on the ticket you see during the time span you bought, your price stays the same. Pick the right ticket option that best fits your schedule, and then enjoy more attractions without spending more. All-in-one tickets for different areas of Alabama are available at alabama.travel and other places where online tickets are sold. Brought to you by the Alabama Tourism Department, the ABA, and this station.
Do you know the facts about Mpox? The most visual symptom of Mpox is a rash. The rash can be preceded by fever, headache, muscle aches, back aches, swollen lymph nodes, chills, exhaustion, and a cough. Symptoms start within 3 weeks of exposure to the virus. If you are at higher risk, protect yourself by avoiding close skin-to-skin contact with people and get vaccinated. To learn more about Mpox and determine if you are at risk, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/Mpox. Sponsored by the Alabama Public Health Department, ABA, and this station.
Back on the original Bama Football Tailgate Show. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, on an Alabama game day. The Tide in Wisconsin at 11 o'clock, and we appreciate all of you that are with us each week. And, we come on throughout the state of Alabama on radio, and we appreciate you so much for making us part of your game day. And I want to remind you guys, too, the show's brought to you by Yuengling Lager, America's oldest brewery. So when you go out and stock the cooler on a game day, think about Yuengling Lager, Flight, which is their light beer. And remember that Cheryl Yuengling is our good friend, went to Alabama. It's not like a company from overseas. You're talking about America's oldest brewery, and then Cheryl, an Alabama grad and our friend, and someone that's been on this show many times. So we talked to you today from the Old River Grill here at the Flora-Bama, which is our home away from home. Ryan Anderson, Jake Coker, and Jen Parnell from the Flora-Bama. What's up?
Hello.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Always good to see you.
Always good to see you, and thank you for all the help that you've given us. Now, I brought out the Social Coastal here because they had some pictures from the mullet toss.
Oh, geez.
Okay, so we know that Jake actually beat us in the mullet toss throw. I came in second in there, but Ryan was the star of the show. Have you seen
Look
this?
at that.
Yeah. Look at Ryan. Ryan.
We're gonna frame
the
it
headliner.
for you. Yeah. We're gonna hang it up here.
Yeah.
We're gonna put this on the wall.
That's the last time the three of us were here together.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm an LSU fan, though. I would put a picture of him and
look at that right there, Ryan.
That's pretty cool.
That's Bruce. He runs our liquor store.
Oh,
he's great. You'll love it.
He's an LSU fan.
Oh, yeah. He's Cajun.
It's getting so bad LSU fans are taking pictures with Alabama players.
Oh, yeah. Before we talk more football, I on the drive here, I'm looking at Mobile Bay, and it's slick. Okay, I'm not going to tell you the term we use when it's slick like that. Was perfect. And then I get here and I see Old River, perfect. You work here. I mean, and you live here, Ryan. This is, I think, one of the best places. I think being at the Flora-Bama is my favorite spot in the whole world. And then, you get to work here every day.
Well, I mean, I work here every day, and then I hang out here too. So if you can do that at the place that you work also, I think it's a win-win. But yeah, I mean, I would pretty much live on the boat if I'm not here. So yeah, Flora-Bama, you just pull up. We've got all the different places for food, for watching football, for listening to live music, and then a crazy amount of events that we do at Flora-Bama. So you can always see that at florabama.com.
Oh, nice. All right, well, let's talk a little football. Jen, you hang with us for the next two segments. Ryan, you and I haven't made a pick on the game yet. Jake, you did that already last segment with Lance. But what are you looking for out of Alabama today, Ryan?
Come in and, like I say, play some disciplined football, eliminate a lot of the errors that we can, the stuff we can't control. Come out and play team ball, and I would like to see us get better, improve from last week, hit on some of the explosive plays on offense and not have them call back. I would also like to see us put a drive together. I didn't really watch us put like some decent drives together to kind of grind the defense out. It was all kind of like big plays,
right.
You know what I mean? And on defense, I like to see us, in the early downs, more four-man stuff, like sending guys up to the quarterback and turnovers on defense, force some turnovers.
What you think of Kane in the new defense?
Yeah, good question.
like I say, I like what he's doing. Let's say you held it to 16 points, obviously. But like I said, I think it's some stuff that we can clean up. Like I know, like I said, it's early. He's still trying to figure out his identity and what these guys going to be good at in game-like situations. But I would like to see us like turn the guys loose on early downs. You know what I mean? A lot of the three-man stuff and, you know, rushing and pick plays on first and second down. I didn't like that. It'll get you gashed.
I remember. I was sitting right next to Ryan.
You try to set me off, then. I almost got mad. I don't want to see that shit, man.
You got a little worried, huh?
Other than that, I think we'll be all right. We got stable, man.
He was. I was worried. I was worried for Kane. I thought Ryan was coming down there. I'm kidding. We all love Kane, and we're just joking around.
Hey, I'm a super fan now. He got to understand.
That's right. That's right.
I'm a super.
He just got a little emotional.
Yeah. I'm the black heart up like now. I don't play that shit, man. I can't take it, man.
No, I look, and I've been on the side of the fan thing for a long time. You guys, you know, you had to play and go in the NFL. I feel you. I mean, really, I know what you mean. Like you sit there and watch, and you're helpless when you're in our spot, you know.
But you know, it's funny when you're playing and you hear somebody talk trash, and you're like, I mean, really? I mean, seriously? And then once you're done and you're sitting in the stands, you start talking trash about people. And you're like, man, I'm one of those guys. Yeah. I am that guy.
I realized that last year. What the fuck am I doing?
All right. Why has Bama struggled on the road since 2021, in your guys' opinions?
Struggled on the road since 2021. You'd have to jog my memory a little bit on that one.
COVID, Mick.
Yeah, I mean, after COVID, though, like Saban had those teams, you guys were part of them. I mean, I went there. I think I went to most of your guys' games, and it was always fun. I mean, because I didn't have to worry about as much traffic after the game on the road because everybody was gone. You know, Athens, the bars, the Georgia fans beat us there probably by about, quarter and a half after the whooping they took. And then now it feels like it's a struggle for Alabama to win. Do you think it's the NIL? Do you think it's transfer portal?
Definitely.
Do you think it's just, I mean, what is it?
I think, like I mentioned earlier, Mick, the guys that I played with in the team before me, we took pride in going on the road and playing in these games and kind of like, crushing these teams and seeing their fans leave, just taking all that out of the stadium. I think now with all the NIL stuff, it's hard to retain these players that have this school spirit. Like you might have a guy on the team this year that's from Wisconsin, or that played with Penn State last year. They don't really know what that means.
Right.
I was there 5 years. The guy, it takes time to go in these programs to build that up. I didn't really understand it till my second and third year in for real. Like, all right, this is what it really mean to do this. So I think it's a turnaround with players and definitely the portal. And the culture, it just changed.
Yeah,
so
right.
Hopefully these guys can figure it out. This new regime can figure it out and get these guys to get on the road and start hunting. Because that's what it's about.
I mean, when you say we struggle on the road, I'm still sitting here. When you talk about games we lost, I mean, I feel like I can count on one hand how many we lost on the road with Coach Saban around.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't many.
So, I mean, it's not like an epidemic of road losses here. But
right. But it went from dominating to close games.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I also think, offenses have changed. I think you can do a lot more with a lot less now. You can utilize guys in ways now, especially with these RPOs, as crazy as they've gotten. It's not just, line up and dominate anymore. There's a lot of one-on-one matchups, a lot of ways to exploit people. And I think it's just a lot different than when Coach Saban got here in 2007 in those earlier years. I definitely think there's a mentality issue there, too, across the entire college football landscape. I know when we were there was a lot of pride, playing for Alabama. I think it was a ruthless team mentality and unit. I think just everybody on that field would have had to get carted off before they left and quit playing for each other.
Exactly.
Every game we played, even the Ole Miss game we lost, I felt like you could see that quit in their eyes. And a lot of that was, I think, Coach Cochran building that mentality. I think it was Coach Saban reinforcing that or building that as well. And I can only speak on the culture when I was at Alabama, but it was different.
Before we go to break, Jen, I remember watching an Ole Miss game here in 2016 and not really understanding what a floater was on the Bushwhacker.
The Bushwhackers that got you. That's why your comprehension was a little slow.
Yeah. When they pulled me off the air, that was when I knew I was in big trouble. Mike Johnson had to take over for me, and it was because of Jen. But now, thankfully, the floater is actually for me Screwball peanut butter whiskey. So I appreciate them for being part of the show. They even wore their hat earlier, and floppy hat for you if you want one. But what are the numbers? Like how many Bushwhackers do you guys make a week or a year? Or
it's a lot. I'm not going to give you the exact number, but it's hundreds of thousands a year. I'll tell you that. It's a lot for across all the properties.
Yeah.
So Mick putting a dent in that number.
I did. Well, I did that day. But she kept bringing them out. It was so hot. We were watching. It was 2016. And Alabama remember, it was Jalen Hurts' first, season. He was a freshman. And we fell behind. And then we came back and won. And it was hot. And we were in the tent.
But the Bushwhackers are frozen. They go down so good. It was nighttime.
It was. They weren't even full size. They were like
the baby whackers.
They were little babies.
Yeah.
But they were powerful.
They still are.
Yeah, they still are. Get those when you come to the Flora-Bama and stick around. We're going to talk about the Flora-Bama and kind of give you our picks for Alabama and Wisconsin. More of the original Bama football tailgate show coming up.
Hey guys, look at me. Now look at yourselves. I make the big plays and the big games. You don't. Yeah, you would have made All-State if Coach put you in. Keep telling that story, or you can actually play the game. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino puts you in the starting lineup. I'll still be making the plays, you'll be making the bets, and finally getting the sports glory you deserve. The sportsbook at Golden Moon Casino. Play the game.
In the heart of Orange Beach, Alabama, directly on the Gulf of Mexico, you'll find your new favorite place to dine with family and friends, Coastal Orange Beach. It's the ultimate dining experience with incredible beach views, and we're now serving breakfast on the beach. We open daily at 8 a.m., so be sure to join us for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Coastal Orange Beach is quickly becoming the place that locals love and a destination for anyone visiting the Gulf Coast. We can't wait to see you on the beach. CoastalOrangeBeach.com.
Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, has been making beer in America for 6 generations. And for nearly 200 years, we've been all about bringing the good times. By hand, by foot, by bike, by bikers, by fanny pack or jetpack, by whatever means necessary. With Yuengling Traditional Lager, good times taste even better. Yuengling, bring the goods.
Tuscaloosa is Alabama's ultimate sports destination and a place for outdoor enthusiasts to thrive. It's a community rooted in history and one that's on the cusp of a burgeoning art scene too. Tuscaloosa is vibrant, it's charming, and it's familiar. Its people welcome you with open arms and warm hellos into a community that's tied together. Tuscaloosa is our home.
Hey y'all, I'm Steve Azar inviting you to escape to Pearl River Resort where the fun is going non-stop. Enjoy gaming excitement and catch the thrill of the big win. After the thrills, test your skills at the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club. There's dining delight and love at first sight. And it's always no work and all play at Silver Star and Golden Moon Casinos. So come on, leave it all behind and head to Pearl River Resort.
Immerse yourself in the continuing dynasty of Alabama football with The Legacy Continues, a visually striking image from artist Daniel A. Moore. This sequel to Moore's 1992 sold-out painting, The Crimson Legacy, features iconic moments and memorabilia from the last 30 seasons of Tide football. Don't miss your opportunity to own this lasting tribute sure to be cherished by Bama fans for years to come. Pre-order The Legacy Continues now at DanielMooreArt.com.
Check out Pawn Royale at 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. The summer season is almost over. Time to go to Pawn Royale and find some amazing deals. Right now, our lawn and gardening inventory must go. That includes mowers, trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, you name it. Pawn Royale has deals on everything. Many items at cost or less. If you're in the market, come make a deal. That's Pawn Royale, 1019 McFarland Boulevard in Northport. Do you consider yourself a black sheep, misfit, or screwball? If so, we've got the perfect drink for you. Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. Screwball combines two of America's favorite, peanut butter and whiskey. Enjoy it neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Screwball, the original most awarded peanut butter whiskey, is now available near you. Go to screwballwhiskey.com for more information. Enjoy responsibly.
Advertisement by Screwball Spirits, LLC, San Diego, California. Whiskey with natural flavors, 35% alcohol by volume.
All right, back out at the Old River Grill at the Flora-Bama. Ryan Anderson and Jake Coker, Jen Parnell from the Flora-Bama. I'm Mick Gillispie. Thanks for hanging out with us. Show's brought to you by Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey. Also, Yuengling Lager. We've had some Yuenglings here today as we get you ready for Bama and Wisconsin. And Pearl River Resort. Bama and Wisconsin, this is a rare matchup, but we'll have the rematch next year in Tuscaloosa. And I'm sure just like today, where you have a lot of Alabama fans who have made the trek to Madison, there'll be a lot of them that come back to Tuscaloosa and, and just get the opportunity to check it out and just see what it's all about. Now, for us, our opportunity is hanging out here. And this is where, since we kind of started the show, has been our home away from home. This is our road home. And Jen, it's because of you. A lot of really fun stuff at the Flora-Bama. The three of us were part of the mullet toss this year, and that was fun. Kalen DeBoer and Nate Oates were here. Nate and I bonded, out there. Jalen Milroe was there for it. Malachi Moore. It was so much fun, man. But what do you guys have coming up right now?
Well, we do 180 events a year at Flora-Bama, which is insane. But this next one is next weekend, and so it's Alabama Coastal Cleanup. As people may or may not know, Alabama has beautiful white sandy beaches, and we want to keep them that way. So Alabama Coastal Cleanup is throughout the whole state. They have 30 different locations where you can pick a site to go clean the beach, and Flora-Bama is one of those, and so is Coastal Orange Beach. So you can go to alabamacoastalcleanup.com. Just come. You don't have to sign up in advance. You just show up on the beach, and we'll give you free food if you come clean up the Flora-Bama beach.
I love that about you guys. You guys do so much for charity. I mean, I know Jake threw it slightly further than me in the mullet toss, but you guys,
I feel like you were talking some smack before, thinking you were going to throw further, and then he blew everybody away.
If he would have shanked this throw,
you were like, really,
he wouldn't want to be here right now. I was setting him up because I know my range with the mullet.
You've thrown it a few times,
and then I saw him throw it, and I was like, I'll just sit over here and interview these guys.
You're like, I got work to do. I can't.
Yeah, Mick was on that. It's technique. It's technique. I just launched it.
Jake threw it he almost hit the drone with the fish. It was a beautiful mullet toss.
Mick was like Lane Kiffin right before he played Bama a few years ago. Get your popcorn ready. And it was about 52-0.
That was of all the Joey Freshwater stories. That's one of my favorites. And there's a lot of them.
What'd you ask Nate Oates? Fresh off the Final Four?
I said, this has to be the biggest sporting event you've ever been a part of. he looked at me and then he kind of did a double take. And that's when we bonded, man. You bond here at this place.
That's what we do, is create memories.
Yeah. And you
Nate Oates is wondering what kind of people run this place.
I got to get out of here. Well, thank you for the hospitality. We're going to be back for Tennessee, and we're going to be back for LSU. Tennessee we're going to be at Coastal.
Yep.
So tell everybody, Coastal's awesome. It's a brand new restaurant, and it's not far from here.
Yep, it's right in the heart of Orange Beach. So Orange Beach doesn't necessarily have a downtown area. If they did, Coastal would be right there.
Yeah.
So it's right on the beach. There's 400 feet of, it's actually 800 feet of the beach right there. So it's a restaurant. There's live music. There's all kinds of TVs to watch sports. There's a retail outlet, but it's beautiful property. Serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So anything that you're looking for, we pretty much have it there. But Coastal Orange Beach is the website. So we're looking forward to having y'all in the green space there. And we'll have you broadcast over the speakers.
I love it.
Come watch you. It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Ryan, you got to come back for that. All right, let's talk this Alabama game. Score prediction time. Alabama against Wisconsin. The spread's like 15 and a half.
Our way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, what do you think?
Like I say, it's early in the season. I think we beat them. You know what I mean? Hopefully we do cover.
Man, I don't like that answer.
Hey, look, if we come out like we did the fourth quarter against South Florida, I like us to cover. You know what I mean? We definitely go up there and win. You know, I just say.
I'm with you. Look, and my prediction was this. I'm taking Wisconsin in the points. I think Alabama will be 2 touchdowns at least better. But
that's what I'm saying.
The thing is like the 15 and a half. Wisconsin's going to try to slow down the pace of this game. They know that they don't have the athletes that Alabama has. But Alabama, when's the last time that Alabama went in somewhere and really just dominated on the road? You know, they will do that when they play Vandy. Which I want all of us to go to Vandy, by the way. I mean, I'm trying to talk him into it. You going to the Vandy game?
I guess my first cousin, he played for Vandy, so I hit that one.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Winners and losers. We'll do the game.
We just go to Nashville. We
go to
do the show and watch the game somewhere in Nashville.
You want to go to the game.
That's why I like you so much. Right here. All right, your thoughts on this one?
I got Bama 27-10 or 31-10. I think. Wisconsin.
Ooh, a whooping.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody's going to be left to jump around, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we're going to be jumping around.
All right, Jen. Jen famously is an Auburn fan.
I am.
But your husband's an Alabama guy, which was shocking to me in a good way. Your thoughts? What do you think? Bama going to cover 15 and a half?
I think they will. Yes, I don't think that y'all will struggle with it. I watch these games and I'm like, okay, here we go again.
They make us prove.
Yeah.
People can make bad decisions early on in life, and they can change it around. That's a prime example.
There's still time for you to change.
I don't think I'm going to change to be an Alabama fan. I am a good Auburn fan. I don't say bad things about Alabama. I still go to Alabama games, but I also go to Auburn games. So I'm a good fan.
You all right? She's an ally.
Okay. Who's Auburn playing this week?
New Mexico.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Yep.
Oh boy.
I like New Mexico.
Yeah.
Give me New Mexico and the points.
Upset alert. Upset alert.
Well, it's tough being an Auburn fan, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
And by upset, Auburn may win this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, thank you. Thank you to everyone. John McKinnis, we got to get him on the show before we, go out of here.
Him on schedule. Get him.
Yeah, I saw Pat, Cam, the owners. You guys do the best, man. This is the best place to hang out. Next show, we will be at Innisfree. We'll be at Innisfree. Jake, I know you're excited to see Tripp and Sneed and the crew there at Innisfree. So if you're going to the Georgia game, swing by and see us, Alabama and Georgia. We're off next week, though, so don't forget that as we move forward. Special thanks to all of the people that make the show possible, including Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. The Timeout Sports Lounge and Sportsbook there for you. It's not that far from Tuscaloosa or Birmingham. It's Vegas without having to make that long trip. Screwball, the best topper for a bushwhacker here at the Flora-Bama, the original peanut butter whiskey. Yingling Lager, I don't know. I got to give Cheryl a shout out. Being an Alabama grad, putting a little bit of crimson love in every one of those green bottles. Visit Tuscaloosa, which we're going to do next show. And the rest of our partners. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Look for a little bit more continuity on offense. Like to see them shut them down on defense and roll tide.
All right, Brian.
Roll tide.
Roll tide. Jen.
Roll tide.
Thank you.
Say that.
Thank you. Thank you. Big Sexy Elmo, Roll Tide. All of you guys that are hanging out with us across the state of Alabama, Roll Tide to you. Thank you for being part of the show. Alabama and Wisconsin, 11 o'clock, off next week. Then Georgia, which is going to be, I'm looking for game day in Tuscaloosa. I'm looking for probably maybe the biggest game of the entire regular season. And we'll be covering that for you guys as well. So enjoy the game today, and we'll talk to you on covercrimson.com with the post-game show afterwards. So make sure that you get on YouTube and hang out with us there. And everyone, again, Roll Tide, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.